What up, y'all? It's Way Breezy here, and I'm back with another video. Today, I wanted to talk about YouTube Studio. You know, that beautiful app that a lot of us small creators and big creators go on more than Instagram and Snapchat and all of those things. It is like its own personal ecosystem of a social media, and it is toxic. I swear that app is like a literal curse, man, and I'm making this video for all the small creators that are, you know, trapped in checking the YouTube Studio app after every single upload. You know, I know me, even I still do it. Like, I profusely check the YouTube Studio app after every single video. And you know that little thing that says 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10, the out of 10 scale to basically compare your own videos to themselves to find out which videos are performing the best in what amount of time? Yo, you have to stop looking at that shit, bro. When you're a small creator and you're trying shit out and nothing's really working, so you're kind of looking for a reason to go into a certain niche or something like that, that 1 out of 10 scale can really fuck you over. You know what I'm saying? Especially with how random the YouTube algorithm is. I've had a video where it was a 10 out of 10 for the first week that it was uploaded. And so in my brain, I was like, okay, YouTube and my audience did not like that video. We're done making those type of videos, you know, like that is not it. That's not going to work on this channel. And then a week goes by and that video skyrockets to thousands of views out of nowhere, like literally absolutely nowhere. And now that out of 10 rating is at a 1. That video is now a 1. It is now the best performing video out of the last 10 videos. And it could fuck you up. You can get stuck in the trap with that out of 10 scale, you know, because it's really not accurate. Certain videos have a gap where they shoot up in views, but then they die young, you know, and that isn't an amazing video. And then you'll have another video that won't shoot up in views initially, but it'll have a steady climb of views and actually be a really good video over time. And it'll end up having more views over a couple of a month period, you know? So don't let that out of 10 scale objectify your YouTube videos, and don't let that out of 10 scale decide what type of videos you make. You know what I'm saying? I just want to put that out there because I feel like not a lot of people talk about how toxic and horrible that YouTube Studio app is for your brain. Like, that shit will fuck you up and it can discourage the hell out of you. And I guarantee you somebody is watching this video that has quit because of YouTube Studio, like because of what the numbers show you. The next thing I want to talk about is those little green arrows. And when they're not green, they're gray. And gray is sad. You know, just another thing that's analytic wise. If a YouTube video or a category of analytics such as subscribers or watch time or views is up for that month or for that video compared to the average videos or average months, you will have a green arrow. It points upward. It makes you feel great. And it also does this sneaky little thing where it shows you a percent of how amazing your YouTube channel is doing compared to the last month. So I had just a couple of days ago, my subscriber number was up 17,000% compared to the last 28 days, which is like ridiculous numbers. That means I'm doing a lot of things right. But just a couple of days later, that number dropped to 700%. And you might be watching this and thinking, wow, 700% better than the month before? That is crazy growth. But I was just looking at 17,000. And the number 700% looks a lot smaller than that. And it's not as cool. You know what I'm saying? So that could kind of discourage you, you know? That's not even to mention, you know, 700% is still a blessing. You know, if you ask a YouTuber, hey, how good are your videos doing this month compared to last month? I guarantee you over 90% of them, that number is probably not bigger than 50%, you know? So 750% is ridiculous. You know, I'm kind of not really in the algorithm, but my videos have been doing all right and I'm kind of picking up the pace. You know what I'm saying? The YouTube Studio app has been nice to me recently. But for channels that aren't doing that, which are 90% of channels, if not higher, maybe 95% of channels, it is a gray area that points down and it shows you how bad you are doing compared to the month before. And that one really sucks. It'll show you your typical range, you know? You usually get 5,000 to 7,000 views a month. This month, you're at 2,000, which means you're doing 200% worse than the month before you. And that's like a kick in the gut. You're like, fuck, that fucked me up. What am I doing wrong? You know, I'm making the same videos. I thought I was making good videos, but this app here tells me that I'm doing 200% worse. And it can hella fuck you up. You can't look at that shit, man. You hella can't look at the app itself. I kind of graze through just to put numbers in my head, but I don't really read between the lines too much because, you know, I mentioned earlier, videos can blow up after a month of release or 5 years years after a release. You know, I've seen videos all of the sudden blow up and hit everyone's algorithm that are 5 years old, you know, and when they came out, that creator probably thought that video was a flop. So don't look too much into the analytics, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you know they're not doing amazing. Every YouTuber knows there's a certain number of views that you're maybe not satisfied with, but you expect. You know, you get to this point where you expect views. A lot of creators, if you have any little bit of entitlement, which almost every single creator does, there's a certain view number that if you don't hit it, you're disappointed in that video and you think it was a bad video. For me, on this small channel, it's videos that don't hit 3 digits. If the video's views aren't in the hundreds, that was a failure of a video to me. Like, I kind of just tell myself that. Numbers are very dangerous because I'll have a video get 3,000 views and the next one will get 30. Like, it's like, what the fuck? You know, what are you supposed to do? Like, what does that do to somebody mentally? And you cannot look at that shit, man. You really can't. It's a virus. It's a disease. That app is a disease. That analytic, that YouTube Studio tab on the YouTube front page or the app on your phone, it is a disease because your videos are fine. You're doing great. You just have to keep uploading. Sure, maybe you did make a bad video, but you know, you can see that from the view count. The video only got 20 views and you got to just keep it pushing. There's no reason to look at all the percentages and do all the crazy math about how bad the video is performing. Just keep it pushing and make another video. You know, don't look at the numbers. It's so hard to not look at the numbers because it's a good judgment technically of how your channel is doing and how your videos are doing. You know, I might sound like a broken record, but it can be very unhealthy for you to constantly be obsessing over what's the next video to get the next amount of views. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I clickbait this video to pull out and squeeze out an extra 100 views? How can I keep that arrow green? How can I get the 1 out of 10? Every single video, I want it to be a 1 out of 10. I want it to be the best video I've ever made on my channel. And it's like, bro, what are you even putting in the video? You're so worried about how a robot is going to perceive your video, you know, how an algorithm is going to perceive your video. What is the contents of the video? The video is garbage. You made a really nice thumbnail that you know the algorithm likes. Cool, that got you 500 views, but 0 people subscribed because the content was horrible. Just focus on what's inside the video. You know what I'm saying? And this goes for me too. I've done it before where I've changed the title up a certain way because I knew absolutely it was going to get more views even if it was less relatable to the topic. And I've also, you know, made my thumbnail a certain type of way because although it might not be completely related to the video, I absolutely know that little kids will have a higher chance of clicking on this video. You got to do the moral battle, you know, like morally now I'm way more aligned. I want you to click on this video and get exactly what you thought you were going to get. You know, that's kind of my motive. If you have that idea process while you go through making the video, you know, the whole creation process, if you make the video thinking, I'm just going to upload this, and if it doesn't get that many views, it's okay because I know every single person that clicked it got exactly what they thought they were going to get. Your channel is going to go so much farther with that mindset. Like, I promise. Stop looking at the numbers. Stop looking at all the percents. Stop looking at the gray arrows that point downwards. Don't let a fucking pixel on a screen tell you how good or bad your content is. You know what I'm saying? There's so many creators, maybe even myself, but I'm thinking I'm a little too humble to put myself in that group. There are thousands of creators that are going to get on. They are going to make it. The algorithm just hasn't picked them up and thrown them in yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're making banger ass videos. And a lot of those people are on the verge of quitting because of a number, because they're not making a certain dollar amount on the ad revenue tab. And it's like, bro, you need to just make the videos that you want to make and you love to make, and the videos that you think are quality videos. Everything else will come. The numbers will come, their ad revenue will come, those green arrows will come. Just focus on the creation process. Don't focus on that studio app. It's a fucking curse. I know I sound like a broken record on this video. I don't know. I kind of just wanted to talk about YouTube Studio. I personally hate it. Like, when it's good, it's good. You know, when the channel's doing great, then YouTube Studio's awesome. But when the channel's sucking, YouTube Studio's horrible, and it makes you feel like shit. Make you kill all your motivation. So just stay away from it, just for a while. Check it every now and then just to, you know, check up on your channel, but don't obsess over those numbers because it's not what matters in a YouTube video. You know, the thumbnail isn't going to make someone subscribe. The title isn't going to make someone subscribe. It's what's inside the video that's going to keep someone coming back, you know? Whether it's you or your editing style or what you have to teach, that is what matters the most. That's all I really had to say today. I know this is very different than the last video that just went up on my channel. I don't know where I'm going to pivot from here. I don't know if I'll focus more on mental health type of videos or advice videos or, you know, just my rants and my rambles, but I hope you guys did enjoy this specific video nonetheless. And yeah, I will see you guys all in the next one. Later.